A beast unleashed by executive order?
As I sit here and take in all of the news from every direction, all I see is deceivers, liars, corporate media, cover-ups, agenda, all pushing the same propaganda. It's time for a game changer, a visionary, an innovative person who changes the way that people think of the situations. It's time for Game Changer TV, telling it like it is. Get in the game.
A beast was unleashed by executive order that brought in police drones. Are y'all ready for this? Thank you for tuning in to Game Changer TV. I'm your host, Terri Lynn, and this is the channel where every day we're telling it like it is. Today is June 27th, 2026, and I saw an article out of Baton Rouge, which y'all know is my hometown, where I was born and raised, graduated high school from in Baton Rouge, and I saw an article that I was floored by and knew I had to cover the big picture. Wait till we get into this. So y'all remember Trump's executive order strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens? And it was militarizing local police. And in the executive order, they will go after local authorities who tell local police officers not to do enforcement of laws that could be maybe shady, holding state and local officials accountable. The Attorney General shall pursue all necessary remedies and enforcement measures to ensure the rights of Americans impacted by crime and shall prioritize prosecution of any applicable violations of federal criminal law with respect to state and local jurisdictions whose officials willfully and unlawfully direct the obstruction of criminal law, including by directly and unlawfully prohibiting law enforcement officers from carrying out duties necessary for public safety, law, or enforcement. The use of Homeland Security would be involved. So any local police that's telling his guys, y'all don't have to enforce that or do this or whatever, this executive order will go after that chief of police or sheriff or whoever. So why would that be in there? Trump signed the Strengthening and Unleashing America Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Citizens executive order to militarize local police and expand federal involvement in local policing. Do y'all hear this? Does that sound like martial law? Involve the military and local policing? The executive order includes several key provisions. Military equipment and personnel. Directs the Department of Defense to supply state and local police with excess military-grade equipment. Study how military personnel and training can be integrated into local civilian policing. Aggressive policing encourages local departments to police aggressively and firmly while specifically pushing back against restrictions placed on officers by local diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Federalize and guard deployment. Authorizes the deployment of National Guard units trained in public order and tasks the Department of Justice / Homeland Security with directing surges of federal agents to assist or take over local policing operations in high crime areas. Federal agents. Officer protection mandates greater legal backing, training, and protection from civil lawsuits for local officers facing misconduct allegations. So they can beat you with batons or whatever they want to do and not face any prosecution. What did Trump's executive order on militarizing the police actually do? President Trump's executive order on policing, titled Strengthening and Unleashing America's Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Citizens, directs the Pentagon and the DOJ to increase the transfer of military-grade hardware and personnel to local police departments. Military personnel to local police departments. Equipment transfer. It instructs the DOD and the Attorney General to increase the provision for excess military national security assets, such as tactical gear and high-powered equipment, to local jurisdictions. Military integration directs the Secretary of Defense to evaluate how military training personnel and resources can be actively used to support civilian policing and crime prevention. Threatens federal prosecution for state and local officials who interfere with local law enforcement duties or enact police reforms. Now, do y'all want to start seeing how militarized police and local police departments actually looks? Baton Rouge Police Department latest drone technology, called the Edge Autonomy Stalker VX30, is helping the Baton Rouge Police Department stay at the forefront of the industry. The VXE30, with a 16-foot wingspan, has only been used at a few federal agencies, and now the Baton Rouge Police Department, the first police department in the U.S. Was the Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30 created for the military? Yes, the Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30 was created specifically for the military. And now the Baton Rouge Police Department is using something specifically built for war to be used against the enemy. Originally developed by Lockheed Martin Skunk Works in partnership with Edge Autonomy and introduced in 2006, the Stalker was designed for intelligence, surveillance, target acquisition, and reconnaissance. How is the Baton Rouge Police Department using the latest drone technology called the Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30? The Baton Rouge Police Department is the first local law enforcement agency in the United States to deploy the military-grade Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30 drone. Purchased for roughly $1 million, this 16-foot wingspan aircraft replaces traditional helicopters to provide advanced long endurance. The Baton Rouge Police Department is utilizing the Stalker VXE30 in the following ways: long-range surveillance and pursuits. The drone is currently approved to fly up to 400 feet with a 30-mile operational range, and the Baton Rouge Police Department is actively working with the FAA to extend this radius to 100 miles. It is used to monitor vehicle pursuits safely and track subjects across large areas. Tactical operations. Deployed for perimeter surveillance and interior searches of buildings. Public safety and fire support. Civil liberty concerns. Built in partnership with Lockheed Martin, the drone has raised alarms among civil rights advocates due to its military origins and capacity for long-distance surveillance.
The drone unit, it consists of me and 2 other officers. We basically take care of all the drones on the department, keep up with records. We deploy drones when need be. And now with this new drone, we're focusing a lot on keeping this large drone in the air. We're the first municipal police department in the country to have this drone. It's an Edge Autonomy drone. It's called the VXE30, a fixed wing VTOL, VTOL, which stands for vertical takeoff and landing. So it lands and takes off like a regular 4-prop drone up and down. And then it transitions into a fixed wing drone. It has a 16-foot wingspan, 4-hour flight time with capabilities to transition to a propane hybrid, which will give us 8 hours of flight time. And with the antenna that we have, it has a 100-mile radius. Right now, I have approximately 16 drones in the hands of uniformed patrol officers, and they use them from day to day, just like a taser, just like anything else. As last year, from January 1st to December 31st, we had over 1,600 flights. And out of that, 77 led directly to arrest. So as of right now, we have to follow all the rules set forth by FAA Port 107. The FAA is working with us. We're trying to find solutions and use it for what we want to use it for, which is, something in the sky to help out the citizens when need be and officers when need be. Instead of having to set up these huge perimeters when we just don't have the manpower for it, our drone going up before officers even go into the parking lot, finding the suspects actively breaking into vehicles, and now they know exactly where to go, what perimeter to set up. It's not like a large, hey, we just got to look around and find something. I mean, it gives exact locations of what we're looking for. You basically play with toys. And that's what I love about my job right now. I have a whole bunch of toys I get to play with. They're all thermal based, and people love that. So I think it will definitely draw in more recruits.
And I love how nonchalant they are. Oh, it's like toys. I get to play with toys all day. Stuff that is spying on you that the military used and weaponized against their enemy. And now the police department is using something specifically designed for the military. And all this came through Trump's executive order.
What if you have a police drone flying literally within feet of your windows or your homes around the outside of your airspace? Is that illegal? Unfortunately, no. There is no ceiling on a landowner's airspace, and you don't own the air. In fact, the Serralo case we mentioned earlier established that the open airspace around your home is seen as a public vantage point. And if the public can see it, then the cops are allowed to see it, and they don't need a warrant.
I just wanted to show a quick demonstration of this VXE30 stalker. Being used by the Baton Rouge Police Department right now. And you know what it tells me? They're not really utilizing it for crime because Baton Rouge's crime rate is through the roof. They can be used and have been used in the military to spy on specific targeted individuals. Is Baton Rouge the first city to get an all-out military drone, I spelled it wrong, voice to text, for police surveillance? Yes, the Baton Rouge Police Department is the first local law enforcement agency in the United States to deploy the Stalker VXE30, a military-grade surveillance drone previously used almost exclusively by the military and federal agencies in war zones. Baton Rouge acquires a straight-up military surveillance drone brought in by Trump's executive order to militarize local police with military equipment. The Baton Rouge Police Department announced this week that it will begin using a drone designed by military equipment manufacturer Lockheed Martin and Edge Autonomy, making it one of the first local police departments to use an unmanned aerial vehicle with a history of primary use in foreign war zones. Baton Rouge is now one of the first local police departments in the United States to deploy an unmanned aerial vehicle with such extensive surveillance capabilities, a dangerous escalation in the militarization of local law enforcement.
utilizing drones more and more.
And today, the department introduced a new drone to its lineup. BRPD says it is the first department in the country to have it. News's Joe Collins has the details on this new piece of technology.
This type of drone is completely unique to anything that Baton Rouge Police has in its arsenal, and it's a VTOL, which means vertical takeoff and landing. The machine's name, the Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30. Officials tell me with its 16-foot-long wingspan, it can fly up to 400 feet high. That's the maximum height currently allowed for this aircraft by the FAA.
There are different cameras that can be attached. We have a thermal camera attached to it right now with very good zoom capabilities. It has a 4-hour flight time, this current model.
Using a computer, pilots within its range can operate the drone even if they lose sight of it.
And the drone itself, of course, costs money, and then the training, all the pilots certified, was a 2-week training, the batteries, equipment, everything together. It was about $1 million package deal, which was money that we got at the end of 2024, beginning of 2025, working with the mayor's office, beginning of 2025.
The addition of the Stalker VXE30 brings the total number of drones in BRPD's arsenal to 31. The department now has 24 FAA licensed drone pilots.
Everything from going inside of houses to being up on perimeters looking for bad guys.
Going in houses. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Going in houses.
Licensed drone pilots.
Everything from going inside of houses to being up on perimeters looking for bad guys. We can put the drones in the air and help fire department looking for hot spots on buildings during a fire. We can use it to keep up with vehicle pursuits.
Some civil rights groups have raised concerns about this specific type of drone.
Provided by a company called Edge Autonomy, but it also works very closely with Lockheed Martin. You know, in other contexts, this is a stalker drone that's used by special ops in war zones, and that's because it can conduct long-range surveillance.
BRPD says it is following FAA guidelines and working to prevent any violations.
No kind of payloads or anything like that on there. The military uses this kind of thing for that kind of stuff, but we have cameras on there. That's what we're using it for. That's all we're going to be using it for.
Now, this thing has a range of about 30 miles currently, but police is working with the FAA to try to get that to 100 miles. In Baton Rouge.
Now listen to this. He said they are working with the FCC to get permission to use the drones for what they want to use it for.
As last year, from January 1st to December 31st, we had over 1,600 flights. And out of that, 77 led directly to arrest. So as of right now, we have to follow all the rules set forth by FAA Port 107. The FAA is working with us. We're trying to find solutions and use it for what we want to use it for, which.
And what are they going to use it for? Baton Rouge Police Department has drones that can go inside houses. Yes, the Baton Rouge Police Department utilizes drones, including specialized indoor-capable models with large military-grade vehicles for tactical surveillance and suspect apprehension. Drones in your house. Are they going to tell us how big these drones are? How small are the Baton Rouge police drones that enter houses? Baton Rouge Police Department uses compact portable quadcopters, small uncrewed aircraft systems, or SUAS. Y'all, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. My eyeballs are tired. To navigate inside homes. While specific models aren't always publicized, police departments typically use handheld micro-tactical drones like the 4-inch Voyage Aeronautics Compact Micro Drone, URL, or specialized indoor inspection drones for clearing rooms. This is sounding like Minority Report. The movie concept, while we do not have the psychic mutants predicting crime, the reality of drones monitoring homes has heavily evolved. Minority Report has come to fruition. You all better fight back. Drones at the homes. Here are the drones and Minority Report.
I confirmed 27 warm bodies. What do you think, 4 spiders per floor?
Let's do 8. I gotta eat.
Residents of 931 Powell, residents of 931 Powell, this is Officer Fletcher of DC Pre-Crime. Under authority of PCs 6409, we are deploying spiders into your complex.
Mommy, I'm scared. That's too scary. I don't like it. Stay still, stay still.
I'm just floored. So if they got drones that can go in homes now, where are we going to? This is Minority Report. Now, I've shown Atlas of Surveillance a lot and the drones in all the different states. Police departments nationwide are embracing a new first responder, drones. We'll just go see Atlas of Surveillance. We've talked about this a lot. So let's take everything off: body-worn cameras, drones, license plate readers, third-party platforms, camera registry, facial recognition, gunshot detection, cell site simulator, predictive programming, video analytics, fusion center, real-time crime centers. Okay? So let's just take everything off except, and we're going to just go to, we're just going to look at drones. The cities that have drones now. And you can zoom in. There's Baton Rouge right there. They have a different kind of drone. And it'll tell you about each place. Okay? So this is how monitored we are. How surveilled. So let's just zoom out and let's look at this. So that's all the drones that police departments are using. Body-worn cameras added to it. License plate readers tracking your whole day. Third party. Camera registry. Facial recognition. Gunshot detection. Cell site simulators, that's what intercepts your calls. Predictive policing. Video analytics. And the fusion centers. And real-time crime centers. They're watching their cities in real time. Look over here by Montana, where most of the billionaires live. It's not very surveilled. But look at the rest of the country. Just a side note, look at the facial recognition. Michigan and Florida are just facial recognition everywhere. And it's expanding. Police nationwide are embracing the new first responder, drones. Law enforcement agencies tout the technology as life-saving for both officers and community members, while critics raise surveillance and privacy concerns. New Orleans drones take to the skies, a concerned public weighs cost and benefits. Taking flight against crime. Maryland police drone pilot program aids in arrests. New York police will use drones to monitor backyard parties this weekend. This was in 2023. But New York has drone. Bird's eye view that we didn't have before. GRPD uses drones for 50 missions for first month of new program. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Colorado police plan to dispatch drones instead of officers for certain 911 calls. Eyes in the sky. Coral Gables police extends drone program to help fight crime. Asheville, North Carolina police say drones help with officer shortage downtown, but program operates with a lack of transparency and community input. Police drone tracks Walmart theft suspect in real time. Ohio case could redefine legal standards for police use of facial recognition. This is pretty close by me. Police use drones, thermal imaging to catch car burglary suspect at Pineville, Louisiana Christmas parade. Can drones be used with flock cameras? And they're going up everywhere. Yes, drones can be used in tandem with flock cameras. Flock Safety offers a fully integrated system called Flock Drone as automated security, and Flock Alpha would seamlessly tie aerial drones to on-ground sensors like license plate readers. So y'all, do you hear this? The Flock cameras on the ground is taking information from the drones and license plate readers. Are police using Palantir software for their drones? Do y'all hear this? Palantir. Yes, police and federal agencies are using Palantir software to support their drone operations, primarily for managing live data streams and developing an autonomous flight capabilities.
Phase. They're not warning you anymore. Let us know we officially entered the next phase. They're not warning you anymore. They're welcoming you in. So no, it's not the golden age. It's more like the golden cage. And once you're inside, the doors lock behind you. And speaking of golden cage, while everyone's distracted with RFK Jr.'s latest theatrical monologue in Congress, exposing the failures of the pandemic policy like it's still 2021, he's out here bravely repeating what everyone and their mama knows. Okay, COVID was a disaster. Lockdowns were a scam. And Fauci was a fraud, groundbreaking stuff. So while the political puppet show makes headlines, this happens behind the scenes. This is insane. Flock Safety, a $7.5 billion AI surveillance beast backed by the usual suspects, like Andreessen, Horowitz, and Peter Thiel's crew, has quietly blanketed America with over 80,000 license plate reading cameras and is now launching drones that respond to AI-generated alerts in real time. This is crazy. Yeah, you heard that right. Minority Report isn't sci-fi anymore, people. It's actually happening. Pre-crime units, drone surveillance, these AI eyes don't just scan your plates. They track your bumper stickers, dents, and whether your window's cracked. That's what they say here. And now they've got flying robots ready to launch from rooftops the second an algorithm gets concerned. Cops are basically playing Call of Duty in real time from control rooms, zooming in on your face half a mile away, all while AI transcribes your panic 911 call into live clickable crime data. If anyone has seen battlefield footage out of Ukraine, they would understand why this could lead to a satanic nightmare. It's just waiting to happen. Nerds are sitting behind computer screens in Ukraine controlling drones that are equipped with explosives, and the footage is so brutal that I won't play it here. Honestly, it's traumatic stuff. I was traumatized watching some of this footage, but it really makes you wonder if they're just beta testing that drone warfare there before bringing it here. You can look it up yourself. I'm not going to play the footage here, but it's beyond graphic, gory, and inhumane, to put it lightly.
And that looked exactly like the footage that the Baton Rouge Police Department had on their drone.
And Langley, the CEO of this drone system, isn't even hiding it. He says Flock, which is the company name, will eradicate crime in 10 years, which means they're going to watch everyone all the time, every street, every neighborhood. This dude wants drones in the sky and algorithms in the precinct, stitching together your social credit history, mortgage records, internet habits, and even your social credit score too. That's right. First they beta test the system in places like Ukraine and Gaza, and well, would you look at that? Now they want to bring it here. And it's crazy that it's all under the label of Made in America. You know, got the branding too, so they can outcompete DJI while still feeding the nationalistic crowd who thinks their cage is safer because it's wrapped in an American flag.
California police are using drones to disarm people, make arrests. This was from 5 days ago. In a nationwide first, police officers in California used a drone to intercept a weapon from an armed suspect, signaling a potential shift in local law enforcement operations, California officials announced Monday. In a June 22nd video posted on the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office Instagram page, an officer wearing goggles can be seen operating a drone to retrieve a knife from an armed suspect hiding inside a cluttered house. After not responding to negotiators, a drone was deployed inside the residence, the Post says. Drone pilots located the suspect hiding in a corner of a garage and then used a high-powered magnet attached to the drone to grab the knife out of the suspect's hand, which is soundtracked by Mission Impossible theme song. I want to know how small these drones they're using to get inside this house. And how powerful this magnet is. And the right to go in. He was inside his own house. I'm floored. Yes or no? Could an AI control autonomous drones and humanless prisons? Technically, yes. But practically and ethically, no. While the technological capabilities for artificial intelligence to fully control autonomous weapons and manage humanless prisons largely exist, human decision-making and accountability remain mandatory under the current legal framework. Yes or no? In the future, is it possible that prisons could be humanless institutions run by AI and drones? Yes. While currently seen as a distant or even dystopian concept, a growing coalition of criminal justice experts, AI developers, and corrections leaders anticipate that highly automated smart prisons could become reality. Now let's look at what that might look like in the future. Being arrested by a drone and taken to a humanless prison.
Suddenly received a message on his phone saying that he was under arrest. Before he could figure out what was going on, an armed drone appeared in front of him and tossed him a pair of handcuffs. The man tried to explain that there must be some mistake, but the drone threatened him with a stun gun. He had no choice but to put on the handcuffs. After that, all his belongings were confiscated, and he was taken to a prison, but there was not a single person there to talk to. When he entered his cell, he saw a large screen on the wall with a virtual assistant. The man quickly said he wanted to speak to a lawyer, and the TV immediately displayed a bunch of lawyer advertisements. But to his surprise, even the cheapest lawyer had a $10,000 consultation fee. The man was shocked, but then he saw that there was a free public lawyer available. He immediately requested to speak with them, but it turned out that the free lawyer was also an AI. The man then requested to speak to a human police officer, but when the screen connected the call, he was immediately put on hold, telling him to wait.
Man's way. The drone says that he has been arrested and then hands him a pair of handcuffs. The man claims that he hasn't done anything. The drone ignores completely. It explains that if a suspect refuses to be arrested, it would promptly take coercive steps. The man has to put on the handcuffs obediently. He follows the drone to the prison, where there is also no human supervision. He packs his things in a box. A conveyor belt brings a set of clothes for him to change into. Guided by AI, he enters the prison cell. The door is swiftly shut down. The screen introduces prison rules. The man doesn't feel like listening. He wants to figure out why he is arrested. On the screen, there are details on multiple lawyers. The man randomly chooses a highly rated one. Hiring a lawyer would cost unexpectedly $10,000. The man can't afford it. He chooses the free public defender. After computer calculation, he has an 89% chance of being convicted. The sentence is 45 to 47 years. The man wants to know what he did wrong. But the other party suggests he pleads guilty ASAP. This will reduce the sentence by 5 to 7 years or more. The man is almost going crazy.
Plead guilty to what? Are you sure you want to plead guilty? Please repeat the words. Plead guilty.
He clearly didn't do anything, but it seems like everything is leading him to confess voluntarily. The man wonders what charges he faces. The other party just informs him that the trial is in 90 days. The man requests a conversation with a real human person. He says he wants to call the local police station. Terms and conditions appear on the screen. He agrees, without even looking at them. The call is quickly connected, but the person on the other end is still an AI, and says the man needs to wait if want to connect with real person. The man waits for hours. He is jolted awake by beeping sounds. The AI ends the call and the display account has no funds left. The previous call is billed $3 per minute. The man says, it's just a chaotic charging system. But AI brings up the previous clause. It's indeed $3 per minute, and this clause is driving the man crazy.
I just found the better one with him talking for himself. It's a short film from 2020 called Please Hold.
Identity confers. Final warning. It's on.
Why? I didn't do nothing. I'm just going to work.
Failure to comply will result in the use of non-lethal force. Final warning.
Please place your personal items into the box.
This is a mistake. Can I speak to a human? Human?
Please proceed to cell block C14. Welcome to Correcticorp. We at Correcticorp Detention Facility want to make your stay the best it can be.
No, thank you. I want to speak to a lawyer.
Hi, I'm Ben Saperstein. And I am Halo. Do not worry, we are here to help.
Oh. A public defender.
Please wait.
There is an 89.5% chance you will be found guilty.
Guilty of what?
This ruling will likely carry a sentence of 45 to 47 years in prison. I recommend that you plead guilty. A plea bargain may result in a lesser punishment of 5 to 7 years.
Plead guilty to what?
Are you sure you want to plead guilty?
No.
To confirm your decision.
No, I'm not guilty.
Are you sure you want to plead not guilty?
I didn't do anything.
I'm sorry. I didn't get that. Please try again.
I want to speak to a human being.
Would you like to place a call?
Yes.
Who would you like to call?
The chief of police. The human one.
Please accept the terms and conditions in order to place your outgoing.
Thank you for calling the LAPD. A human representative will be with you shortly. Please hold.
Hey, what does that mean?
You authorized the transfer of funds from your bank to place a call to
the chief of police. The human one.
At $3 per minute for 114 minutes.
What? You never said that.
You have a lot of time on your hands.
Shut up! Hey!
Are you going to sleep? Would you like the lights to be turned off for a more comfortable sleep?
Yes.
I'm sorry. You have insufficient funds to turn off the lights. Finding you have a lot of time on your hands? Learn a trade. Earn an hourly wage. To take control of your life, say handmade today.
Handmade.
Lunch is served.
are. I've been trying to call you.
Hi,
Where are you? Did you get a new apartment?
No, I'm in jail.
Dios mío.
Mama, we don't have much time. It costs money to talk.
Mateo, he's calling from jail. Jail?
There's been a mistake. I need money for a defense lawyer. $10,000.
$10,000?
I pay back somehow. I just need it. Otherwise, I'm gonna die here.
You have insufficient funds.
Oh, fuck!
Mateo Torres, please enter a plea for your trial.
It hasn't even
Looks
been...
like your trial is ready. I strongly recommend you plead guilty. A plea deal will result in a lesser punishment of 5 to 7 years. Please say, I plead guilty to accept.
Wait!
Please state your plea.
Wait!
Sorry, I didn't get that. Do you want to enter a guilty plea? Please say, I plead guilty to accept.
I plead guilty.
Say yes to confirm your guilty plea.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I'm sorry, did you say yes? Please say yes to confirm.
No, not guilty! Not guilty! Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Torres. I'm looking through your file, and frankly, it doesn't look good. I strongly suggest you take the plea deal that they've offered you.
But I didn't do anything.
Mr. Torres. Damn it, not again.
What?
Son, stay there. Just wait.
No.
I just want to show y'all this again. We're going to go finish that movie. Yes or no? Is it possible in the future that prison could be humanless and run by AI drones? Yes. AI judge. AI judges. AI judges. Judge GPT. AI can assist human judges. Estonia, AI judges to robot mediators in Canada and UK. They are grooming people to accept this. Now there's a movie about AI judges.
The idea of having a court system based on artificial intelligence, it's a very scary thought.
I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court.
In this film, Mercy, it's a world where criminality has escalated to absurdity, hence why they've activated the idea of an AI judge.
You have been assigned case number 19.
They're showing us where we're going.
We hope you enjoyed your stay. Please exit the room to start the discharge process. Hi, Mateo. This is Anna. This is your second day of work you've missed without notice.
You got alone. We're sending you the
Mateo, this is Anna. Just wanted to let you know you're fired. Torres. All of us here at Handmade hope this message finds you well. We wanted to remind you that Handmade is hiring. We offer you the opportunity to work from the comfort of your own home.
Via the executive order to militarize police, a beast has been unleashed. Yes or no? Did Trump's executive order militarizing the police open the door to expand military drones for surveillance? Yes, President Trump's executive actions on law enforcement and drones directly expanded the capacity for military-grade surveillance in civilian areas. Now remember, Palantir is their software and their technology is working with the drones, with the police. And remember, the CEO of Palantir says they kill people.
Alex, as always, we have a lot of individual investors on the line. Is there anything you'd like to say before we end the call?
We're doing it. We're doing it. And I'm sure you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let's not talk to analysts about the burden of being right. our burdens of investing in ontology, our burdens of actually looking at the math, the burden of reading what the rule of 40 is, the burden of being honest about what an enterprise software company is, or the burden of explaining to your friends that you're really happy. Maybe we should just stop talking about it. I'm very happy to have you along for the journey, and you are partners for us. Every Palantirian, we are crushing it. Everyone else who's listening, we are dedicating our company. We have dedicated our company to the service of the West and the United States of America, and we're super proud of the role we play, especially in places we can't talk about. And we love our success in the U.S. and globally. Also, we are doing in the United Kingdom and many other places. Palantir is here to disrupt and make the institutions we partner with the very best in the world, and when it's necessary, to scare our enemies and on occasion kill them. And we hope you're in favor of that. We hope you're enjoying being a partner, and we're really happy and very, very focused on what we're doing.
We hope you're enjoying us killing people. Yes or no, can Palantir technology be utilized in Trump's executive order militarizing local police? Yes, Palantir's data mining and AI software are already utilized in domestic policing and federal interagency initiatives. The administration's April 2025 executive order strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement explicitly directs federal agencies, including the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security, to increase the provision of national security assets and advanced surveillance capabilities to state and local jurisdiction. Because Palantir develops data fusion platforms that are actively used by agencies like ICE and major police departments for predictive policing, like Minority Report, its technology is capable of being integrated into this federal local militarization push from the White House. How is the Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30 different from other police department drones? The Edge Autonomy Stalker is a military-grade surveillance drone. It differs from typical police quadcopters due to its massive 16-foot wingspan, 4-hour flight time, and its ability to identify faces from miles away. Does the Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30 have stealth mode? Yes, the Edge Autonomy Stalker VXE30 features a built-in acoustic and visual stealth mode. The drone is designed to be virtually silent at close range, allowing operators to fly the drone low and covertly conduct intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. Y'all, this is the Stasi's on steroids. Covertly and stealthily spying domestically. The Air Force drones can now recognize faces. In the military, can drones be fitted with facial recognition to take out specific people? Yes, the technology to equip drones with facial recognition and pair it with lethal targeting already exists. While the exact rules of engagement remain heavily debated, AI-powered systems can recognize people and in certain combat scenarios, autonomously or semi-autonomously engage specific targets. Kills them.
So this has got to be one of the weirdest times to be alive, because I don't think there's ever been a time where people could just literally see tons of videos of people fleeing for their lives only to end up in a situation where they likely didn't make it. Anyway, so there are thousands and thousands of these drones being manufactured on a daily basis, and they're being used all the time and more frequently for various different tasks. Some of them are being used to burn out tree lines with thermite. Some of them are being used to, deliver one-way, impact self-detonation. Some of them are being used to drop munitions from high up down into trench lines or onto armored vehicles. I mean, the uses, I've even seen these things be used to fly directly into other very expensive UAVs, like commercial grade UAVs. So it is weird times that we're living in.
Yes or no? Could Trump's executive order militarizing the local police allow for facial recognition? Yes, President Trump's executive order, which directs federal resources to militarize and assist state and local police, facilitates the integration of artificial intelligence and advanced surveillance technology into local policing. The new drone device uses Wi-Fi to see through walls. The increasingly widespread use of drones has posed many thorny questions pertaining to security, privacy, and the ownership of data over the last years. So we saw it's not illegal for police drones to fly over your house. If it can be seen by other people, it's not illegal for them to be over your house. Drones can see through your walls. Police drones can go into your house with magnets and zap out knives out of people's hands. Is this crazy? And it's getting crazier. Insect spy drones. Meta Fly by Bionic Bird, the first insect drone. Insect drones, also known as micro air vehicles or bio-inspired robots, are miniature bug-like unmanned aerial vehicles designed for covert surveillance. This was last year. China unveils eerie mosquito-sized drone designed for stealth military operations, nearly invisible to the naked eye.
In 2025, a brief segment on Chinese state television showed a young engineer holding something that barely seemed real. Between his fingers rested a tiny device with thin translucent wings. It made no sound, just a faint shimmer of movement in the air, small enough to be mistaken for an insect. To most viewers, it was only impressive. To others, unsettling. The device was clearly designed for stealth. The broadcaster called it a micro-drone. Its creators claimed it could slip through a window, record high-definition video, and vanish again without a trace.
What are Chinese drone mosquitoes for? China's mosquito-sized drones are miniature bionic robots developed by the state-owned National University of Defense, designed primarily for covert military operations. So something like that could be utilized with your local police department. Is it possible that through Trump's executive order on militarizing local police that mosquito drones could be utilized? Yes, it is practically possible that through President Trump's executive orders on policing and airspace sovereignty, micro or mosquito drones could be deployed by local law enforcement. Coming in your house, spying covertly, and authorized by the President of the United States. Yes or no? Did the CIA create mosquito spy drones? Yes, in the 1970s, the CIA created the Insectocopter, an insect-sized unmanned aerial vehicle designed to be a clandestine listening device. A mosquito spy may refer to mosquito drone or the Insectocopter, a dragon-sized drone created by the CIA. The mosquito drone is a radio-controlled electronic biomimic insect drone that can be used indoors or outdoors. Yes or no? Is it conceivable that the defund the police movement had been a psyop to bring in militarized police? Yes, it is conceivable as a conspiracy theory, though no credible evidence supports it. This narrative suggests that calls to reduce police budgets were controlled opposition designed to backfire, creating a public demand for a more heavily armed police president. So, a beast has been unleashed by this executive order, the militarizing of local police departments, the DOD and Homeland Security are involved in it, and given the authority to arrest law enforcement that would tell other law enforcement not to enforce certain laws. So what if some kind of crazy law gets told that they have to do something and they don't want to do it? Trump's executive order is going to prosecute them. Yes or no? In the case of martial law, would local police work with the military? Is this why they're militarizing them? Yes. Under martial law, local police generally work alongside and assist the military, often by operating under military command or executing coordinated security operations as authorized by federal statutes like the Insurrection Act.
Saying that if active duty military actually get deployed within the United States, that weapon is not just pointed at other people, other countries. It's pointed at you. If you do not get in your house when I tell you to, you become the enemy.
And all these things that we cannot defend ourselves against has all been brought in by Trump's executive order. What does that remind you of? It reminds me of Revelation 13, verse 4. People worship the dragon because he had given authority to the beast, and they also worship the beast and ask, who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it? King James says, and they worshiped the dragon, the devil, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, the Antichrist, saying, who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him? Now we're going to watch China's drones navigate through the woods, but don't forget, the CIA created miniature drones. We have the same technology. We just haven't revealed it. So imagine you being in a bug out situation. You're living openly in the woods and all these massive swarms of drones are released. Cameras on them, AI on it. Imagine if they had some kind of lethal payload on it. Who is like unto the beast, and who can make war with him? Humanless prisons, AI judges, arrested by drones, militarized police. We are in uncharted water. Prophecy is unfolding at a rapid pace. All I can say, y'all, is keep your mind on Jesus. The Bible says that he will keep in perfect peace those whose mind is stayed on him. We know what's coming. Jesus says, I've told you these things so that in me you will have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. He told us, be not afraid. Y'all just keep standing for Jesus no matter what they want to do to our body, no matter what they want to do to us. Don't compromise and worship the beast. No matter how hard it gets. In John 6:67, I'm reading it on my phone. Jesus asked his 12 closest apostles, are y'all going to leave me too? Are you all going to leave me too? Do you want to go away from me too? This happened after many of his followers deserted him because his teachings about being the bread of life were too difficult to understand or accept. Simon Peter famously answered this question by stating, Lord, to whom shall we go? For you alone have the words of eternal life. There's nowhere else to go. There's nobody with any answer except for the Word of God and standing for Jesus. So no matter what, let the world say who can make war with the beast, because we know who is going to defeat the beast. Serve the one who will defeat the beast. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. If you appreciate the content that you find on this channel, would you prayerfully consider supporting the ministry?